Hello, hello. Welcome back to the end of day report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. See if we can get this video to at least 100 likes. I think that's doable. I don't see why we can't reach that type of a milestone. Let's see what's up. Let's see if we can smash that. Smash that like button. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video. And then that's how I know you guys love me. All right? That's what we'll do. We're going to strive for that. Quite a day in these markets, man. Quite a day. This is one of those days where you sit back and go, wow, I could really use a six-pack right now. Well, I got your back. All right, we're now offering six packs live on our website, PulseWaveTrading.com. Come check it out. Get the deal of the century while it lasts. It's not going to last for long. It will be going away sometime in the near future. But while supplies last, etc., PulseWaveTrading.com. Get a six pack for yourself and for a friend. So back to these markets. You know, whenever you're trading the markets or doing any type of investment, you have to go into it with your eyes wide open. What that means is you always want to calculate your risk of loss, your exposure. You want to make sure that you've calculated your risk of ruin in case things go left. You want an exit strategy. You want to do stuff like that. You want to know where you stand. All right? What better way to know where you stand than to do your research before you jump head first? Case in point. So we talk about pre-market pulse scan. And in pre-market pulse scan, I normally will give you, not only the news of the day that is going to affect the markets, but I try to also educate you to what's going on in the global economy, in the global economic swing of things, so you can be self-aware, so you can be aware of your surroundings, so that you can have an idea, what's out there that may affect your actual investments or what may affect your investment strategy, whether you're a long-term investor or a short-term investor or a trader, swing trader, day trader, position trader, longer-term trend follower, it doesn't matter. Fill in the blank. You still have to have a plan. And in your planning, you need to have a plan of escape. How do you plan your exit? How do you exit left in case things go left? Or what if you need to pivot right when things go left? All of these things come into play. And so my job is to give you the likelihood of those things happening on any given day. That's what I try to do. I try to be of service. I try to show you what the likelihood of a particular scenario playing out is for any given day. I strive for that because that's important. You got money on the line. You want to know what's going on. What are my chances of success or failure or risk of ruin on any given day? Anything can happen. We're dealing with a global economy now. where just about anything goes. So you need to know, am I protected? What happens if this or that or thus and so were to manifest itself? And we operate in the world of unknowns. Willingly, we willingly take those risks because the majority of the time we're dealing with leverage. When you're dealing with leverage, financial instruments, you have the ability to make unlimited profits. All right. And while at the same time limiting your loss and managing your risk. But then some things happen where that even in itself becomes difficult. Hey, what up, IT? I see you, bro. Smash that like button for me. You know, we have news out here. You know, this coronavirus story is morphing. We're getting more and more information to us every day. And there's concerns of its long-term consequences to the global economy. And people are concerned, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. And we still are operating in the unknown. We really don't know how this is going to all play out. We just don't know. It's the unknown. You know, life is about a series of unknowns. Okay? Everything is unknown. But we're willing to take on these unknown risks in exchange for the reward. So it's not just taking on risk for risk's sake, but there's a display of reward in front of us, and that's what we're going for. So you don't stop. The world still goes on, regardless of what happens in the world, but you still can't ignore it or take it with a grain of salt. All right, so I just wanted to set the table for you this evening as we go in. We're going to start off with our charts, as always. And we're going to take a look at what has been manifesting itself before our eyes. And you're going to be surprised on exactly what is manifesting before your eyes. Let's start off with the number one question on the table. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Bitcoin. I'm going to show you. So we're coming off of this major primary rally alert here and here. Then we got the crash alert saying that the end is nigh. Followed by a secondary crash alert. A rally alert with no follow through. Now we have a crash alert for tomorrow into Thursday. You see what the market did today? Look at this trading range. 10,307 down to 9,229. And this is on the composite futures Bitcoin contract. All right. So this right here is telling. How do you respond? How do you move in the market? When this market was going up, did you have a stop loss in place? Were you protecting your profits? Or were you just letting things ride? And then today you see this bar right here. You go, what happened? Giving back all your gains. This is not good. If you're in a long position, you should have had your stop in place. so that you can get out of the way of this right here. Even if you did and you got stopped out, and rightfully so, at least you have your powder dry now and you can do something on the next trade. Okay. We're right here at the trend line support. We're officially in a corrective state. The rally alert did not have follow through today. It has now been taken out by the crash alert for tomorrow. Therefore, you have no choice but to prepare yourself for a new leg down. If it does not come tomorrow, it could possibly come Friday or sometime this weekend. You gotta protect your profits, people. I preach it all the time to you. How are you going to get long from this rally alert back here that came on January the 3rd, ride it all the way up here, not book any kind of profit, get long again, not book any profit, have the market pull all the way back here, take away all this rally from you. Then you miss this run up here, market pulls back again, comes up, now it's pulling you've given up a month's worth of gain today if you did not get out and take profit. That's not how you do it, people. That's not going to get it. You have to take your profits along the way. You're getting in, taking profits, getting out, taking profits. All right. For those of you that have the ability to short, you should have been shorting and taking those opportunities on those signals that we give you each and every day. All right. It's the way that it works. So what do you do for tomorrow if you're flat? Well, you're looking for the intraday price inflection points to play out. More than likely, unless this thing just really goes catastrophic to the downside, you're probably not looking at any fills. And you're just on the sidelines waiting for the next signal, okay? But this is a primary crash alert, like the one back here. It played out. Chances are this one right here is going to play out too. The next leg down should see us right here around the top of the Kumo cloud. So 8,000, unfortunately, is now in play on the Bitcoin. All right. I'm going to tell you what I see. I think that there's enough pent up interest and energy to defend Bitcoin at the 9,000 support zone. Bid it back up to the 10,000 handle, move sideways and build support. I still see 10,000 as the new floor, but it's going to depend on the market participants. The way it's going now, it's not over. It's not saying that this is it. It's saying that you have a short-term top in place, but you can bottom between here and there. You can bottom this out and then rally again. As a trader, you're going to have to look for that. You can't be married to either long or short. You just have to watch it. So bearish we are, bear market, bearish weekly trend momentum, and you got a crash alert coming. This is the third crash alert in a row. 1, 2, and this is the third one. The next down leg could be quite substantial. We shall see. Keep your powder dry, folks, and get ready. Next chart is XLF, the financial ETF. This is very important. You can't sustain a bull market in equities without the participation of the financial sector. Just doesn't work that way. All right, so coming into today, we had a crash alert. You did not manifest it. Market chose to bounce up. What does this mean? We're 3 to 5 days ahead of the market. I think the market is building a resistance of which this crash alert is going to play out and the market's going to come back down. And there's a strong possibility we could come down here and test this support down here. This support is in play right about now. I know you don't want to hear it. I know it hurts. Yes, you're in a bull market. All right, and you put in a short-term top here. It's now since been taken out. All right, but look how this thing is work. This is not a trend. You're in a bullish complexion, but you're really not trending, and your trend line support is not out of the Kumo cloud. All right, you can't move like that. You can't have a. This is not a healthy bull market. This is a sideways market. Look at this. It's sideways, people. All right, sideways, not good. Okay, this thing could be argued to have some type of double topping pattern to it. Not a good sign. You want to see the market with more of a trending mechanism to it. All right, this is kind of like just barely hanging on. Look how look at this dip right here. It's barely hanging on. I think it's a sign that the markets could be about to roll over, talking about the U.S. equity market. Next one, Tesla. We've been talking about it. Now, here we go. This is your Tesla. We got this gap and we got this gap. Been talking about it until the cows come home. You shot up here. This is a bullish pointer. Market comes down, stage 1 correction. Then takes off to the moon and gaps on its way up there. You got one gap, and now you got another gap here. This is a messy chart. Here's what's going to happen. The way this thing is playing out, because it has not dealt with the gaps down here. We didn't deal with this one. You didn't deal with this one. I'm sensing a double top that is about to form in this market. False breakout is what I'm about to see. Now, we do have a rally alert going into tomorrow. I think we're going to get up to around the 950 mark, perhaps, maybe even flirt with the 1,000. But it's going to roll over, and it's going to roll over viciously, and it's going to come down here and fill these two gaps, and you're looking at a pullback to between 600 and 650. If the market can sustain that, that's how we'll know the health of the market. If it can sustain that type of a pullback, then we know we got a winner on our hands. And when it gets down here, you're going to want to back up the truck and buy as much as you can, because it's going to blast through that 1,000 threshold. However, if we keep going and we ignore this gap, ignore this gap, ignore this gap, ignore this gap, however high it goes, it's going to be the top, period. And it's going to come down here and fill these gaps, and then just who knows how low it will go. So I'm giving the warning alert on the Tesla. You gotta trade what you see. Got a rally alert for tomorrow. Had a momentum alert here. Just saying, be careful. All right, be careful. All right, let's pull up our next one. Got a comment here. Yeah. Being up 50%, and it pulled back 15%, and you didn't have any stops. I know. Everybody thought this is going to just take off like a rocket. I know. This is how it is, man. That's why you got to have the stops in, man. You got to. So, lessons learned, right? Can't beat yourself up. You learn and keep it moving. All right, so bonds, looking at ticker TLT, T to the L to the T. Bonds, long bond, strong bond, kind of looking like that Tesla a little bit, isn't it? So you gapped up here that you didn't fill. Right here, folks, this gap right here needs to fill. You gapped here, you back and filled that. You gapped here, you back and filled that. You gapped here, you back and filled that. You gapped here, no fill here. Got to deal with it. So you got a gap here to deal with, and then you got a gap here to deal with. This is going to be now this is an interesting one. This is a tough one. Let me show you what I mean. So the beginning stages of a bull run, all right, Bonds are going to get strong as the flight to safety, as people pull money out of the equities and go into safety for whatever concern. Normally when that happens, money's flowing into bonds, money flowing into gold and silver, money's flowing more so into the cryptos and Bitcoin. But so far, the bond prices are high, they're up, they're climbing along with the stock market. So you're left to wonder, is this just the Fed backstopping the economy by buying US Treasuries like it's done in the past and been doing for quite some time? Is that why the correlations are off? Shouldn't bond prices be like way down hither somewhere? So this whole picture is off, but it's looking like it could be topping out again and rolling over, which means we can expect another leg higher in the equity market. But if this is going to push higher, then how much stronger is the equity market really going to be? It's sort of like if you see your neighbor stocking up on ammunition, weapons and ammunition, stocking up on, on canned goods and, storable foods, non-perishables. You see him buying all types of MREs, and you see him buying specialized tents and night vision goggles, and he traded in his Porsche and his Lamborghini for an armored vehicle. Chances are he's preparing for some type of apocalypse, right? Now, we all should be quote unquote preppers to some extent. But when you start seeing this ramp up, the red flag goes off. If you look the next day and see your other neighbor down the street building an ark, this big old ark, first thing you think to yourself is, okay, well, Steve is a sailor. He spends a lot of time on the water, so I can see him, building a boat. But no, I didn't say he was building a boat. I said he was building an ark. All right. Your brain's gonna start thinking, maybe it's gonna rain, right? And not just any old kind of rain, but the rain of the century, right? So you got one neighbor stocking up on guns and ammo and dry foods and storable foods, non-perishable foods, and night vision goggles and all types of high durable tents and all types of survival gear and all that good stuff. And then you see your other neighbor over here building an ark. And then the next day you step outside your house and you notice that the neighbor directly across the street from you is also leaving the house because you're both on your way to work. And this particular neighbor is dressed funny. Now, both of you work at the same firm, but normally he's wearing, he's Brooks Brother down, got on his Brooks Brother suit, $2,000 suits, rocking the Rolex and the cuff links. But today, he's not rocking that. Now, your firm is very ultra conservative. You don't have dress down days or casual Fridays. It's suit and tie a day, not every day, but a day. All right. But today, your man is not dressed in his common attire. No, he's dressed in a fluorescent orange hazmat suit on his way to work. Those alarm bells are just going off in your head. You say, do I live in Erie, Indiana? For those of you who don't know what that is, that was an old kid show back in the 90s. Came on around the same time as Goosebumps. And Erie, Indiana was just a weird place. But now you're feeling like you're living in Erie, Indiana, okay? Because you got one neighbor building an ark, another neighbor looking like Rambo, and then you have this other neighbor in front of you. You work at the same firm. And he's wearing a hazmat suit on his way to work. All right? Things are just really starting to look weird around you. But now you blow it off. You say, he's always been weird. So you're not really thinking about anything that's around you. You are unaware of your surroundings. So you're not paying attention to the alarms. You're not paying attention to the warning signs. What normally happens to those individuals who don't pay attention to the warning signs? They get run over. So when the Mad Max scenario comes, they are unprepared to deal with it. Well, that's kind of what these markets, the market's talking. They're talking to you. They're saying something's not quite right here. It's a cry for help. All right? It's a cry for help. Are you listening? Negative momentum alert for tomorrow, coming off the back of a secondary rally alert that is not panned out yet. We got 3 to 5 bars to go. Let's see what happens. But you did have this major crash alert here, and yes, the market did crash. Negative momentum alert, yes, you did gap down. Rally alert, nothing yet. Are we about to put in another leg down in the bonds? Is this a signal that the equity market wants to give another leg higher? Let's move on. Semiconductors. You don't really hear too much talk about the semiconductors, right? The SMH semiconductor used to be a proxy in and of itself. People will look at this to look at the overall strength of the markets and the economy. You don't even hear them talking about that anymore. But it's had a nice little movement. We had this primary rally alert here, and we had a back-to-back one here, and the market just said whoosh and took right off. Now you got a crash alert primary one, bam, the market did do that. Then you have followed by a primary rally alert, and now you got another primary crash alert, looking like a double top to me. Is the semiconductors about to roll over? Is that our second warning sign? First the bonds, now the semiconductors. And we looked at the financial sector. All right, alarm bells should be going off about right now. Looking at ticker SLV. SLV has taken off like a rocket ship. This is a powerful move for silver. Back to back like this makes me want to say I'm ready to play. For those of you who do not recall, silver is by far my most favorite market of all time. When it is trending hard, it will make you rich, more so than any other market. It has the most powerful trends that any market can have. Anyone who doubts it, all I have to say to you is 2010, 2011. All right? Are we about to wake the sleeping giant, folks? Is the sleeping giant trying to awaken? I ask you, is this another warning signal that we need to pay attention to? Is something happening? Are we bottoming, building a base? Look how wide the base is. The wider the base, the stronger and the more powerful the breakout. The wider the base, the stronger the breakout. I liken it to the coffee market. For the longest time, the coffee market was like in a 20-year basing process, and then all of a sudden it just exploded. Commodities tend to do that. They get into like these 20-year cycles where they're just quiet and nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden the sleeping giant awakes and you're off to the moon. Look how we just slammed into the bottom of the Kumo cloud. Number one, first slam, push through. Now here's we are again. Are we about to just explode beyond this Kumo cloud? I have to tell you, this gets me excited. Look at the back to back rally alerts we've gotten at these important junctures, here and here. Now here, and now here, and now here, and now here. This one is looking like it wants to just go ham. I'm really starting to like what I'm seeing finally in the silver. I'm excited to see what it can do. This is a powerful signal. Now we can go one of two ways. We can be like, oh, double top, head and shoulders, you're coming back down. But I'm going to tell you why I don't think that scenario is the case. Normally, we would have bar patterns similar to this if we were going to have a major correction. We have not. You got two back-to-back fully elongated bars closing at the highs of the session. That's pent-up energy and power, folks. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. It's making me excited. I think I want to start getting involved here soon. Just saying. Taking a look at crude oil futures now. Here we are. Base, and we're going toward the trend line like I warned. We're getting up here toward that 55, about $2 more to go. And then we'll really know, have we bottomed? And are we going to explode on our way to 100? Or are we just going to get the bears involved and go down? Would you like to know my perspective? Would you like to know what the algo capitalist, aka Zavokin, thinks about this? I will tell you. I believe that this massive bullish pointer is setting here as a warning sign, as a beacon, as a lighthouse, warning you not to fall in love down here with shorts, but get ready to back up the truck, because not only is the market going to go higher and get north of 65, I believe oil is going to break again over $100 a barrel. And if that happens, you heard it here first on the end of day report, that $100 will end up being the new low for oil for many decades to come. Just saying. You can do with that information as you will. But I am not going to say anything else more about it at this time. Just you heard it here first. Our first objective is 55. Second objective is right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. Third objective is $70 a barrel. Just saying. Let's move on. Video is getting longer than I thought it would. Taking a look now at the NASDAQ 100, I am still holding the long position. I'm long and not wrong yet. So it's just a straight march. This NASDAQ is acting like silver. When silver is rallying, this is what it looks like, folks. It's strong. It doesn't correct. It doesn't stop. It just keeps exploding, and there's nothing you can do about it. Except for I don't like these little bars, these little narrow range days, though. This is not good. You don't want to see this. Markets mimic life, but sometimes in weird ways, okay? Right now, this is acting like a balloon that's been blown up too much and is about to pop. You don't want to see movements like this slow little narrow range grind, because it's basically a manipulated computer algorithm actually showing you its printout and its code. You don't want this. If markets are going to be explosive, you want to see these these elongated bars closing at the highs of the session, like this one here and this one here. But then we stopped and we started getting this. Not good. This is not good. This is not a long-lasting rally where I can say, yo, man, for the next for the unseeable future, this thing is what it is, man. This is not normal right here. This is not normal. The bars are a lot healthier than this. See how healthy these bars were on the way down? That's what you see on the way up. You're not seeing that. You're just not seeing that healthy growth. You're seeing these little teeny blocks. All right, this is all computer manipulated fluff. It's not real buying. It's not real buying. It's not real open interest. It's not what you want to see with a real healthy rally. I suspect that when this NASDAQ stops, the break is going to be so vicious, it's going to make people afraid. People are going to be shook at how hard and fast this thing corrects. Because this is not normal flow. It's not what normal flow looks like. This is not a runaway bull market. This is computer algorithms. These are programs coming up and doing things like it's being purposely held up. Does that make sense? This is what you're seeing right now. I'm long. I got my stops in, but I'm not stupid. I know that at some point you're going to start getting these primary crash alerts. And when you do, you're going to want to be on it. One of the first people on it, because it's going to come down so bad. So this is, again, red flags. Your neighbor is wearing a hazmat suit on his way to work, and he does not work at the CDC. All right, he's not a virologist, okay, or epidemiologist. He's not even a PhD. All right. He works in the mailroom. Why is he going to work wearing a hazmat suit? Think about it. Does he know something you don't? Why is your neighbor down the street building an ark? You guys live in the desert of Arizona. Why is he building an ark in the desert? All right. Why is your other neighbor dressing like Rambo? All right. You need to start paying attention to your surroundings. This is not normal behavior. Just saying. All right. Eyes wide open, folks. Now we jump into the crypto space. Take a look at NEO. Big red grizzly bear coming off this primary crash alert, followed by a secondary crash alert, followed by a rally alert, now followed by another primary crash alert. You're in a corrective state. The markets are just trying to figure things out. This is a very wide range that's being created too. I think the trend line support is in play. You're coming down toward that 12 handle. That's what's in play right now. 12 is in play. Looking at Litecoin. Let's see. All right, so Litecoin, we have a grizzly bear as well. All right, you're coming off of this primary crash alert, followed by a primary rally alert. Now you got a primary crash alert. It's looking like it wants to put in a new leg down, and it wants to drop below the trend line support. Just looking at the arc of the angle of this, it's looking powerful. It's looking like this thing may fall and just fall apart. You're a bear market. You're in a corrective state. Looks like the correction wants to get sharper and deeper in the Litecoin. Let's hope I'm wrong. First line of defense is the trend line support. So you should be finding support around $63.74. This is the Litecoin USD. So let's hope we can hold support there. If not, new leg down is a coming. Taking a look at HACK. Looking at our Illuminati index leader, HACK, H-A-C-K. We're hanging out here at this high levels, folks. Coming off of this primary crash alert with the short-term high. Market did correct, then took off, and now look at us. New highs. Not looking good. Is this an alert? Is this another warning? Is this a test of the emergency broadcast system telling you that since China's back is against the wall, it is getting desperate, it is ready to do something desperate? Do we have another hack? Do we have another cyber security issue at stake? Let's just hope that someone doesn't plant a virus somewhere and mess with nuclear launch codes or something. Something is afoot. And we have this gap back here that the market is not paying any attention to whatsoever. It's something on the horizon. There's a false flag on the horizon. What is going on with the internet? What is going on in cyberspace that we don't know? Hack knows something. It's getting stronger. It's revving up like it wants to shoot well beyond 45. All right. From a safety perspective, I don't like that. From a financial perspective, let it go to 100. When you're long, you don't want to be wrong. So you'll be getting money in your pocket, but let's just hope you'll be able to spend it. I don't like hack up at these levels, folks. I'm just saying. If this was any other security, I'd be like, oh, all right, this is looking interesting. But because it's hack and it's part of our Illuminati index, I don't think. I think something's stirring, folks. It's not looking good. All right, let's take a look at the GLD version of gold. Looking at your gold ETF. Looking real strong. Gold looking like it wants to break out and go to the moon. What in the world is going on? Are the metals finally waking up? Do we need to start backing up the truck? This is looking like it is about to go ham. I don't know, folks. I think I might want to start getting involved in the metals again. I think it's getting time. I think it's getting time, folks. Look at this monthly chart. Look at this weekly chart. Look at this daily chart. I think we got, now this is what I was trying to tell you with the NASDAQ chart. See how these bars are elongating now? They're stronger and they're back to back. That's what you want to see, not these little teeny things. You want to see these elongated bars. This is looking tight. Precious metals look like they are back. They're looking good here, folks. I don't know. All right, GBTC, which is our ETF Bitcoin equivalent, back to back, actually triple crash alerts. Primary crash alert here, secondary crash alert there, another primary crash alert here. Have we topped out in the Bitcoin for now? If that's the case, $10.50 trend line support right here is in play. Secondary support is the top of the Kumo cloud at $10. So $10.50, $10 is now in play in GBTC. Taking a look now at the euro yen. Remember how I said it leads the market, equity market? It's been falling since back here. All right. It's been falling since back here. Look at that. Just massive down, massive nonstop. See the strength and the length of the bars? That's the kind of trend I was explaining that you would want to see, like with that NASDAQ. You're not seeing that. Then here on the upside, you saw it, right? And then you topped out, crash alert, and here you go. This reversal bar today was crazy. All right, stopped all the shorts out. All right. I don't know what caused this right here. Now I know that, this is the euro yen. The yen had a crazy move today. All right, just a crazy move today. Now, why that is anybody's guess, but this right here is no joke. It stopped right at the trend line resistance. Isn't that interesting? So anybody who was short back at the last sales signal we got was this negative momentum alert back here, and you got no other alerts. It was just straight down, and it came all the way back up. Erased all of this downturn. What do I think this is going to happen? I think this right here, this parabolic bar, I think it's going to go way back down, and you're going to correct all of this. This was nothing. But it's interesting though, very interesting. So yeah, I think that the markets are trying to tell us something, folks. Taking a look at Ethereum, going back to the crypto space, same thing, like looking just like Litecoin. Crash alert, crash alert, crash alert. Right, what is in play right now is at least 200. I think a fall to about 200 trend line support right here is now in play, and the market is threatening to fall to 200. All right, sticking with our crypto space, looking at Dash. We topped out here, bullish pointer. Market came up, tried to test said bullish pointer, and then fizzled out, and then we corrected. Primary crash alert, secondary crash alert, another primary crash alert. This one's threatening now. If this support of the trend line support does not hold, we crash below the Kumo cloud and get into the 80s on your Dash. Ouch. I know. I'm not the bearer of good news right now. Just telling you what I'm seeing on the charts. Let's hope I'm wrong for you bulls out there. Taking a look now at BCH Bitcoin Cash. Primary crash alert here we're coming off of, and now we got another alert here. What's in play? Just like the last chart, falling below the trend line, falling below the Kumo cloud, getting into the 250 handle. Let's hope I'm wrong. Let's hope this trend line support holds and is well defended, as well as the top of the Kumo cloud. If this space in between the two holds and is defended, then that should get a nice technical bounce way back up here to the 500 mark. Failure to do so will open up massive shorting, and you could fall precipitously. All right, taking a look now at the Aussie dollar, okay? Which should be getting a benefit from gold right now, and it's doing the opposite. Your Aussie has been acting like a straight up currency with no dealings with gold whatsoever. Normally, the two are paired at the hip when gold is doing well. But here you go. You had a primary crash alert and no other primary alerts since. Short-term bottom here, negative momentum reading here, and then here you are here. This thing is threatening to put a new leg in down lower while gold is exploding higher. This is something else. What else can I say? It's doing what it's doing, folks. We got to trade what we see, not what we think. All right, looking at the silver futures. This right here is healthy. We came off that rally alert, right? I gave you that rally alert the other day, and look, boom, here we go. Market did push higher. Silver futures is looking nice too, guys. I think I may want to start getting involved. I think this may be it. I think the bottom is in. Primary rally alert back here. Secondary rally alert right here. I think we're ready. I think the market is ready. All we need to do now is close above 1850 on a solid, and I think the lows are in, and we rally. We rally from there, baby. I think that's what's up. All right. Taking a look now at gold futures. All right, looking like that GDX. Remember this bullish pointer? You're already there. You're already there. You've taken it out and you're moving. Nice, healthy bar. Secondary rally alert, followed by a nice bar. This one could have been a little bit better, but that's okay. We can get a close above 1600 is nice. Notice how your trend line support is starting to pull away and come outside of the Kumo cloud. Beginning of a bull, folks. I think I may want to start getting involved. I'm going to have to take a good hard look at gold and silver now. All right. Let's see. Looking at the US dollar index. 99.70, folks. 9970. 9970. 30 ticks away from going to par. This is the kind of movement I was talking about. You see the strength of these bars? They're wider. They're not little teeny narrow range bars, but they're thick and consistent and pushing, and then you're getting more of a push. That's super bullish. Look at this secondary rally alert right here. Super bullish. Taking out the bullish pointer from back here when you had that primary crash alert. And look at you, boom. Ignore the signs that the market tells you at your own risk. All right? That's all I'm saying. All right, let's see. Give me a second. Give me just a second. Let's see here. All right. So far, all right, let's see. All right, give me just a second. All right. So we got a request. Harvest 1, ticker HVT. All right, so on this one, this is what it's looking like. All right, we got the bear here. It's just been going straight down. And it's a penny stock. And it's a long way from trend line resistance. It's been pulling away from that trend line. And you got this bearish pointer right here. So this one looks like we're about to go in and dip to the maybe 6 or 7 cents. So this one's looking very bearish. I see nothing bullish on this chart yet. Not at all, especially with this bearish pointer right here. And this is on this ticker that you just asked about. All right. Let's see. I know I ran my mouth for a minute. So have I missed anything else? Let's see. And we've been getting long in the tooth, so I need to shut this down. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. No, I haven't. All right. Well, as you know I love you guys, right? I appreciate you sticking with me this long. It's been a long video. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is Haverty Furniture. Oh my goodness, Haverty's. I remember Haverty's. Look at this joint right here, man. Oh my, is this real? Is this a bad tick? This thing dropped from 21 to 17. Look at that bar. Good grief. Ooh, wait. Smoked all the longs. Just puff without passing. Do you guys know why this right here happened? Now, I know they're gonna say, "Well, it's terrible earnings. They fired the CEO. The CFO blew up the building. Whatever. That means that I can prove to you right now that without even seeing this or knowing this, that you knew if you were a subscriber, you would have known this right here was already happening. You want to know how I know that? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me show it to you. What's this right here? Class, show of hands. What's this? What's this right here? Come on, what is it? It's a bearish pointer. What did I tell you about them pointers? Huh? All the market did was come to the pointer like it was supposed to. Had one back here too, but this is the primary one. This right here is the secondary one. What did the market do? Can't make this stuff up, folks. This comes from decades of doing this. All right. You're right. I was remiss. I forgot one. Forgive me. Let me pull it up for you. I would be remiss if I did not show this one and talk about it. So just give me a second. I'm sorry. I abhor myself. Therefore, I repent in dust and ashes. How can we not talk about GDXJ, right? The gold miners. Look at the health of these two back-to-back parabolic bars. Yeah, I'm getting excited again. I think it's time, folks. I think it's time. It is time. Looks like the bull is back. The beginning of a bull market, secondary bullish rally alert, primary rally alert back here. Yeah, this is looking right to me, folks. I think the bull is back. Precious metals are looking like they're waking up. You're waking up a sleeping giant. So I think it's time to go and get it, folks. Over the course of the next couple of days, I'm going to be seriously looking to get involved and what I'm seeing here. We'll see how my Nasdaq does for now, but I'm really watching these precious metals. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. So I think we may have to play. We'll see. All right. With that being said, folks, I do gotta go. So remember, PulseWaveTrading.com. We got some incredible deals for you. Grab a 6-pack for yourself and your buddy. Don't walk around dehydrated and famished. You got to peep what we got, man. Get yourself a 6-pack and register for the webinar that we got coming up on this Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to blow you away with the stuff that we've been cooking up for you in the kitchen. And remember, be back here tomorrow morning for the pre-market post scan. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace.